Hey crew, what you're about to watch is a Master Lost Sector, so these enemies have swords over their heads for me, which means it's pretty dang tough. But just look what we do to all these enemies when we enter this Lost Sector with no mods on our armor. We have one grenade kickstart, I believe, which isn't even needed. I can just sit back and chuck grenades because we have an unlimited amount with this setup. It's pretty broken that this is a thing. With the right aspect and fragments and the way the interaction with the Axion Bolt Grenade works, it makes this possible and I absolutely love it. The second gameplay clip you're watching is just a normal Lost Sector with no mods on again. And I wanted to show this because I wanted to show how strong it can be in normal content with no mods. And then the third gameplay clip will be with all mods on to take this build as far as we can with adding extra damage and survivability. And also we do not use the artifact mod Volatile Flow either. And yet we still have 100% uptime on volatile rounds on our void weapons. So I wanted to point that out and make it clear because this build is future-proof now for all seasons to come because we're not relying on any certain mod, which is just great. If you're new here and found this video helpful or enjoyable, then hit that subscribe button for me and become part of the crew here. For my regular viewers, if you could let this video play out for me once until the end, that would be a big help on the channel, so thank you if you do so. I really appreciate it. I will be streaming live over on Twitch when this video goes live, so come on over and say hi and hang out. And let me know if you have any questions. The link will be down in the description and the pinned comment for you. And if you still would like to get this awesome Long Live the Queen emblem that you see on screen here, all you have to do is give 2 subs over on the Twitch channel while I'm streaming, and make sure your Bungie account is linked with Twitch. And if you have any questions or need help doing any of that stuff, come on over to the Twitch channel and I'll help you guys out. So hope to see you there. Okay, so make sure to pay attention to all of the aspects, the fragments, and how it's interacting and working together with our exotic, because that's what makes this build so good. I showed the gameplay the way I did because I wanted you to see 1, it can kill hard enemies very easily, 2, you can sit back and just throw unlimited grenades, and 3, you don't need a bunch of mods to make this build work. The mods just make it that much better. It adds damage to our weapons, it adds survivability to our class, and then as far as the weapons go, you don't need any particular weapon. If you are taking advantage of volatile rounds, which is one of our fragments, then a void weapon does help. Funnel web is really good, but if you don't want to use that fragment and use a different fragment, you can and just bypass the whole volatile round thing. But I think that's what makes void so good is the volatile rounds. And that's what makes this build even better is because it will be this good after this season because I don't use that mod. For our exotic, we're using Controverse Hold. Controverse Hold perk here is Chaotic Exchanger. Resist incoming damage while charging your void grenade, so that's kind of nice. Charged void grenades return grenade energy on hit. This is actually different for like each grenade. Like if you go and test this and take off every single mod, every aspect and every fragment, and you go and test this, it'll show that a Axion Bolt actually gives about 10 to 15% more grenade back than a Vortex Grenade, which is kind of interesting. Kind of went under the radar. But that's as far as the testing I've done, that's how it works. For Grenade Kickstart is our other mod on here, and then we also have Elemental Ordnance, so we can spawn a well when we get a kill with our grenade, and we get a bunch of kills with our grenade. For the helmet, we're running double ashes to assets to get a bunch of super energy, and Font of Might. We're picking up that Void Well, and we're going to get a 25% bonus damage on our Void Weapon. For our chest piece, we're also picking up that Void Well, so we might as well put on Well of Tenacity to get a 50% damage reduction. We also have more damage reduction stacked on here. And then we make all of that last twice as long with Elemental Time Dilation. So now, since we have this one mod on, and yes, this one mod does make them last longer, you do not have to stack the other mods. Font of Might lasts about 14 seconds, and Well of Tenacity lasts about 9 seconds. We also have Devouring Depths. We always have Devour active within our subclass here. So we're getting a 30% extra damage to our super at all times, which is great. And those Axion Bolts can stun Overload champions when they hit them. And with the fragment we're using, we're weakening them at the same time. So we're stunning and weakening a champion and getting grenade back with Controverse Hold, even though we didn't kill them because we only need to hit a target to get grenade energy back. And then on our boots, this one's interchangeable, but I have just Seeking Wells on to make it easier to go pick up that well. As you can see, Volatile Flow, we don't have it on, which what makes this build really good later on in the season. For our subclass here, any super works. Nova Warp is actually really good right now if you haven't tried it. Plus you can get 30% extra damage to your entire Nova Warp basically when you have that mod equipped on your class item. But here on our grenade, we have Axion Bolt. A bolt of void light that forks on impact into smaller bolts that seek out targets. We use Chaos Accelerant here, and we overcharge that Axion Bolt, and it creates additional Seeker. It makes them seek further, and it makes them stronger. And this gives us 1 fragment slot, but this is what overcharges the grenade and creates about 4 Seekers total in PvE. And then we have Feed the Void. So Feed the Void is defeat a target with a Void ability to activate Devour. We're defeating everything with our Axion Bolt, so we're proccing Devour. While Devour is active, Final Blows restore health and extend Devour, and here within the keywords, it also grants Grenade energy, while it is also extending Devour. So, we are now have 4 Axion Bolts going out and hitting a bunch of different enemies. Devour is proccing Grenade Recharge within our subclass. Controverse Hold is proccing Grenade Recharge, and that's basically how you get the full Grenade Charge back. On top of that, we have Expulsion here as one of our remnants. Or one of our fragments, sorry. Void ability Final Blows cause targets to explode. This exploding chain also counts towards Devour, which is proccing even more grenade energy. So we're kind of ramping it up and making it so different things explode, and we're getting all that back with Devour and Controverse Hold, and we have a grenade that's forking 4 different ways and tracking up to like 25 meters to get these enemies. We also have Echo of Undermining. Your Void Grenades weaken targets because we want to always weaken targets. Even though we're killing them, if this hits a harder target, then you're applying that weaken. So you're getting, 15% debuff on them, which is great. Then we also have Echo of Instability. Defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds to your weapons. This is 10 seconds. Your volatile rounds last for 10 seconds. When you defeat a target with a grenade, or defeating so many targets with this grenade, as you've already seen in the gameplay, that Echo of Instability is so nice because we don't have to use that mod, and it can further proof this for next seasons. If let's say you're not using a Void weapon at all, right, and you don't even want to use Echo of Instability, you could trade that out for something else too. There are a lot of different options in here. You can make Devour last longer with Echo of Persistence. You could get melee energy back on Grenade. Like, there's all kind of different options you could do here. But this is the best combo that I've come up with to make it the strongest that it is. Volatile rounds are very strong, so you might as well, if you're going Void, use a Void weapon because it's going to be that much stronger. Why not? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Come on over to the Twitch channel. I'm most likely streaming live right now when you're watching this towards the first 6-7 hours of this video being published. So if you're still here watching, come on over and say hi. There's a couple videos up on screen that you might not have seen before. Give them a watch. They're great builds, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching my content. I really appreciate it.